Mikhail Gorbachev wanted to modernize the USSR, reform its structures with democracy and free markets, but his reforms were a catalyst for the forces of change and ended up bringing about the final dissolution of the communist empire in Europe. His death at the age of 91 comes in a once again authoritarian Russia, involved in a war against its neighbor Ukraine, and a Russia that in many respects rejects what Gorbachev stood for, as some observers see it.
There is a certain paradox here. Gorbachev gave freedom to us all, to those people who live currently belonging to elder generations as well as to their children. But they hate him for this freedom. This is a classical escape from freedom. This is a classic resentment. We were so great, but he made us not great. He opened a window into the world, but we do not need this world.
Gorbachev's death has been an uncomfortable topic for the Kremlin, and its statements on his passing have been low-key. Gorbachev symbolizes Russia's opening to the world, just as the Putin government is taking Russia in the opposite direction. On the street, emotions range from honor and recognition by those who thank him for his service to freedom to those who consider him a traitor to the USSR and Russia specifically, blaming him for the explosion of organized crime, economic turmoil, and political chaos in the years that followed the 1991 dissolution of the Soviet Union.
Mikhail Gorbachev is a great man who had quite a complicated job during his time. He took responsibility so that such a country as the Soviet Union was transformed as well as required at that moment.
He betrayed a whole nation. He has made a large country collapse.
I disagree with how he pursued his policy in our country and brought our state to its collapse.
He is a person who brought freedom to our state, the only one among all the rulers who tried to do something to replace the permanent dictatorship in this country for something better.
Gorbachev spent his final years battling an undisclosed illness as Putin's Russia went to war and descended into authoritarianism, clouding his legacy as a peacemaker and a freedom-minded reformer. For the VOA Moscow Bureau, Marcus Harton, VOA News.